In this section, we're going to look at more of a business calculus application. No calculus here, but we got to understand the basic functions of revenue, cost, and profit to be able to work with them later on. So we're given some information here. To produce X burgers, fine, that's just to produce a certain number of burgers, there is a $20 fixed cost, okay, as well as $5 per burger. Fixed cost of $20 as in no matter how many burgers you make, it's 20 bucks. And it's $5 per burger, as in if you make 100 burgers, you're going to have $500. It's a variable cost. It changes with the number of burgers you produce. $5 per burger, that's how much. And then, so that's important, and we'll actually write this down right now, because the profit function, they're asking us to find P of X, that's profit, as a function of how many burgers there are. So profit is always revenue, how much do you bring in, how much money do you make, minus C of X, the cost, or well, how much it costs, how much money you have to pay to make this stuff. And so already we talked about this, that's why I want to write this down. The C of X is equal to, we already said it's a fixed cost, it never changes. That means I can have 1,000,000 burgers and it's still 20 bucks for that fixed cost. But it's also $5 per burger, and so that's how we say this. Just the linear function is the most standard form for your cost function. And then we'll go back to the question here. The burgers are sold for $15 a piece. That means, well, they're sold for $15. The customers are paying $15 a piece. As a business, you bring in $15. Your revenue for each burger, R of X, is $15. But not just 15 bucks, because that means just like the fixed cost, if we just said revenue is $15, you sell 1,000,000 burgers, you still get $15. No, of course not. R of X is 15 per burger, so 15 times the number of burgers you sell. Now it's a simple math problem. You just got to simply plug in these functions here into this relationship. So eventually you get P of X is equal to R of X, which is just 15x, minus the cost function. So minus 5, we plugged in the cost function here, minus 20 plus 5x. And we can simplify this, of course, and the final profit function is 10x minus 20, where I've just simplified this algebraic expression. Please look that up in another video if you don't know how to do that. So finally, we understand that if we have these parameters, $20 fixed cost, $5 variable cost, and $15 revenue per burger, well, the profit is going to be 10x minus 20. 10 times the number of burgers I sell minus 20, okay? So that's the answer to the first part here. Then they want us to find the break-even point. The important part here is break-even point. That means when you don't make anything. Profit is 0. Profit, I don't care how many burgers you're selling, profit is equal to 0. So what you're doing essentially is just setting the profit equation equal to 0. Again, the profit equation, which we just found to be 10x minus 20, equal to 0. Now, use your algebra here, and you'll see that when you sell 2 burgers, you get $0. Makes sense. Plug this back into the profit equation. You get 10 times 2, 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. So 2 burgers is the answer. You make sure you have your units here. So 2 burgers. That's the answer. That's how many burgers you need to sell in order to make $0. That's what the break-even point is. So when you see that phrase, you need to think to yourself, that's when profit is equal to 0. Okay?